I'm just coasting. You can drop me off at the ocean. So in style, anything I'm in, then I'm going. Train like my rain won't end. I don't break.
Alright guys, so this is Nathan Mendelsohn here with another technique of the week for you guys here with T-Lo. Okay, so today I'm going to work with you guys on a really overlooked part of the armbar.
Support me, gotta make them proud. No fakes allowed. You make me paranoid. No more LSD for me and trying to stare at the void. She inherently coy. She playing hard to get, but I ain't got no time for games. I'm busy, I got bars to spit. Ain't got no cardigan. I ain't no pretty bozo. I could give a fuck how I look when I'm not in a kimono. Yeah, I'm living it YOLO, giving him beating bolo. Picked up some hardware in LA, now I'm going to Tokyo. Get the cake at a bolo, but you already know though. Rip you to pieces on the mat, do the same with the flow though. Got my mind on a go though, and I'm about to achieve it. I'ma prove it to you, so them haters ain't gotta believe it.
Most people feel like if they set up the armbar, okay, whether it's from the guard or it's from the mount or wherever they set it up, they feel like, oh, I got the armbar, okay, job's done. But there's actually a whole fight that happens, okay, after you put the guy in the armbar, especially if he's a tough competitor. Okay, and a lot of times, people that set up a good armbar give up on that armbar too easily. Okay, they expect it to be easy once they set up that armbar. Okay, maybe people in training have been giving it to them more easily. Okay, and then they get to a tournament and the guy fights really hard to not give it to them. Okay, and then they give up on a perfectly good armbar because maybe they don't have some of these details down. People are afraid, especially when they're getting smashed in the armbar. They swing back into their closed guard, okay, and give up on the armbar too soon because they're afraid of getting their guard passed or whatever. If you've got this armbar position, you got to think of that as like the only position that could possibly be better even than like a top mount or a back position. You've got any kind of a submission locked in deep that the guy can't get out of. That's the only type of position that you could be in that's better than being in a position of dominance. You're this close to making them tap and they have nothing. So all they can literally do is defend from that position. They can't attack at all. You have them in a 100% defensive position where you're about this close to finishing. So stay there as long as you need to. A lot of people get an armbar, instead of thinking about controlling that position, okay, and then working toward the finish, they get rushed, impatient, okay, and start trying to get that hand free, okay, and then they lose it, okay. So today we're gonna work on flipping the guy over, okay. Once you have the armbar set up, okay, this could either be if you set the armbar up from the guard or if you set the armbar up from the mount, but then the person hit their knees and came on top of you. We're gonna flip them back to that belly up position that we want to ideally get the finish, okay? Then next week, we're gonna work on, once we have the person belly up, they're just holding their hands together in some combination of different ways, okay, and we'll work on how to get those hands apart. All right, guys, and also don't forget to subscribe. Please comment, okay, like. Any questions that you have after the videos, go ahead and drop those in there too. Okay, guys, so we're gonna work on this armbar position here where Travis is smashing me, okay? This could be whether I set up the armbar like we were working last week from the guard, okay? I set it up here with my 8-beater, boom. Now I'm here, the guy's gonna try to smash me. He's not just gonna let you extend his arm here, okay, without giving you some pressure. So if you, every time the guy smashes you in the armbar, you give it up, you're never gonna get the armbar. Okay, another situation can be, I had him in like a mount armbar, so I already had him here. The nice thing about the mount armbar is I already get him in this belly up position right off the bat. Okay, and if I'm following all the steps, go back and check out the mount armbar video. So I'm here, boom, I set it up. Okay, remember in our mount armbar video, we reach for this leg first. Okay, when we get that butt up on top, when we go here, we've already got this leg. So we shouldn't let the guy hit his knees. If I've got this here, okay, then when he goes to hit his knees, go ahead, he shouldn't be able to, okay? Because I've already got this grip here. But sometimes maybe I'm working on trying to free the hands, okay, and something happens and I mess up, okay, and he's able to hit his knees, okay, then I set up this armbar from the mount, but now here I am again. He came up on top of me, I set up a really good mount armbar, guy comes in, now he's smashing me in the armbar. People here will give up on this armbar all the time way too easily, okay? So just because the guy hit his knees, okay, all I'm going to worry about now is flipping him back over. I've still got a really good armbar position here. If I'm following the steps of how to set up this armbar, you can see in the previous videos, then I should have this hand hugging to my hip here, pinching. My leg should be in good position, so he's not going to yank that elbow out, okay? So if he doesn't yank his elbow out, he's not escaping this armbar. If I swing my leg off and go back to the closed guard here, I escaped the armbar for him. He didn't escape the armbar. I gave up on it, okay? No reason to give up on it. Keep him stuck there. If he hits his knees, all I'm worried about now is how I'm gonna flip him over. Again, it doesn't matter to me how many times I flip him over and he hits his knees again, I'll just keep flipping him over. Until he gets this arm back out, he hasn't escaped my armbar, and I'm not gonna escape it for him, okay? So most basic way that I can flip him over, really easy, and this does still work a lot of the time. Reach in, okay? Make a grip on the inside of his gi here at his knee. Kick with this top leg, okay, to start to get his weight going that direction. This leg is gonna kick out this way, not sideways where he has a base over here, but that way to continue to get his head to go toward the floor, okay? Kick, and that now he's gonna be starting to balance here, his weight's gonna be off, and now I'm gonna punch this up, okay? Now I've flipped him belly up here, okay? Once I've got him flipped belly up, I'm gonna reach and hug here to his bottom leg, okay? Now I'm back into this belly up position here where I'm ready to start working on freeing this hand, okay? And we're back in business, okay? Now, second way, that's not always so easy, okay? So sometimes I'll be trying that one and the guy's just giving you too much pressure, okay? It's gonna be hard, okay? These other two ways, okay, are easier the more pressure the guy's giving you, the more he's trying to smash it. If he's not trying to smash you, that first one works good, okay? Just keep balancing him until you're able to roll him over, okay? These other two are for when he's smashing you too much to do that first one, okay? But the more he smashes, the easier these other two will be, okay? This first one is my go-to, okay? So when I'm here and I've got this, okay, what I'm gonna really look to do here is he comes to smash me, okay? So hold on, I'm gonna go, what I wanna do is get my head out so that my head is out to this type of an angle, and I'm gonna go up onto my right shoulder, okay? So I'm gonna roll across my chest. So as I set up this armbar, I'm already gonna start to extend my hips and get my head out. Notice how it's easy for me to roll to my knees now. Okay, so one more time. What I'm gonna really do is extend my body out and then extend my hips so that I can get up onto my right shoulder. And then he's gonna help me roll to my knees by trying to smash me, which is what he wants to do. So as he comes to smash, I'm gonna extend my hips, look, up onto my shoulder. He rolls me to my knees really easily here, okay? Always keeping this hand on my hip the whole time, okay? Now all I'm gonna do now from here, when I'm on my knees, is look to flip him over. So to flip him over, I'm gonna go forehead on the floor, look for his near side pant leg. Okay, now I'm not gonna fall to my butt and then start from here fighting to try to roll him over. Okay, it's gonna be one motion. If I fall to my butt and he balances and he bases out on me, I can't roll it, then I'll come back up onto my knees and start again. Okay, because it's gotta be one explosive motion. I grab his pants, I fall my butt to the ground, keeping my legs tight. This is where people lose a lot of perfectly good arm bars, by letting their legs get loose here, by looking for the floor. Stay connected to your partner. Keep the forehead on the ground, grabbing the pants. Now I'm gonna fall my butt to the ground. As I fall this side of my hip to the floor, I'm gonna yank him toward me with this hand, okay? And I'm gonna lift with my right leg to flip him over. So it's gotta be all kind of at once here. As I fall, pull, okay? And lift with my right foot. As I lift with my right foot, my left foot, the toes on my left foot here are gonna be touching the floor here, okay? As I lift with this right leg, I'm gonna push with these toes on the floor here, just a little bit. I can't take my leg all the way off his head. My leg's still on his head, I just touch the floor here with my toes as I lift with this right leg, and I'm gonna pull his leg toward me here. As I do all of that together, okay, I'm gonna flip it. okay? Notice how the toes kind of roll across my foot. I go here, my toes roll across the foot, so I always have contact with the floor there to give me a little something to push off so I can really lift him here. Okay, so roll back one more time. Okay. So as I'm lifting him, when I get to about here, he's gonna be kind of balancing in the air. A lot of times the guy will be kind of sprawling. He's trying not to go the rest of the way over. So once I get him to about here, I'm gonna punch this leg. So as I roll him here, he's gonna try to be staying over the top of me or whatever. I'm just gonna punch his leg, boom. Okay, and that's gonna roll him belly up. Okay, once I'm here, I've already got this leg. So now I pull it to me to keep it hard for him to scissor his base. Okay, this punch and pull is really gonna help me here. Okay, if he's like bridging and trying to get up on top, he's almost coming up on top, and that punch away can help a lot. Okay, if he's really trying to scissor and really trying to scissor his legs like the other way, then that pull can help a lot here, using that elbow on the ground. Okay, so this little punch pull, when you start to feel the guy like really getting up on top of you here, he's going, okay, boom, okay, whatever, boom, punch him back down. Okay, so feel that position here that you got the guy really under control. Okay, once I got the guy belly up here again, now we're in that position where we can start to address freeing this hand, which is another position that might take me another couple minutes here. Okay, it's not gonna be flip the guy up, finish the arm. Sometimes it is, and that's great. But if the guy's good and he's tough, he's gonna be patient here and he's gonna make this be a whole nother fight for me to free this. Sometimes it's a whole fight to go from the mount to the armbar. Okay, if the guy hits his knees, or it's a whole fight to go from the guard to the armbar. Then a whole fight to flip the guy over. And then it's a whole nother fight to free his hands. Okay, so you gotta take things step by step and have patience. Okay, now last one is the last way that I can hit my knees here. So, all right, so last way that I can hit my knees here is gonna be the traditional way to go to the belly down armbar, which is when the guy smashes me and I go in between his legs. Okay, this isn't as good as the first one because the problem with this one is that you have to pass through the guy's legs. So there's always a chance there that the guy might give you trouble. He might block your head so your head can't go through, and that's where he might get a good smash on you. So the first one, you avoid even letting the guy start to get a good smash. This one, the guy's already getting a good smash and you slip through his legs, okay? But it still works really well. So I'm here, okay, boom. Now the guy's like, last time I was keeping my head out. So when he bridged into me here, okay, good, or he pushed into me, I just bridged and I rolled to my knees, avoiding danger, okay? This one though, he's already over me, okay? So I'm like this, okay? He's already almost smashing me here. So now I'm not gonna be able to get out onto my shoulder to roll over, okay? He's giving me a big smash here. So now I'm just gonna bring my arm through, okay? Keep my legs tight, and I'm just gonna go in between his legs, okay? When I come in between his legs, same thing. Out onto my knees. A lot of people come in between the legs and they stop here. Okay? Here I'm not gonna have the strength to lift them over. So I get in between his legs, then I come all the way up onto my forehead. Same position that we were in before. Keeping my legs nice and tight, not letting this loose. Okay, keeping the pinch of my thighs on his arm so he's not yanking his arm out. Gotta be pinching that arm really tight with my thighs. Okay, and keeping this heel pinch into his head. Now when I'm ready, grab the leg again, butt to the floor, pull, okay, punch it over when you get him in that moment where he's kind of balancing on top of you. Give him that punch so he rolls belly up, okay? Once I got him belly up here, I've got him again in this kill zone position, reaching for the leg, okay? Not letting him up, keeping the tight pinch of the thighs on his arm, heels on the butt, not letting him scissor his legs, not letting him sneak out his elbow, okay? And then here we go for our last fight to be able to get the guy to tap here, which is to free his hands apart so I can get the finish, all right? All right, guys, so I hope that was helpful. I think I see this with my students a lot. A lot of perfectly good arm bars getting thrown away because people are afraid of getting smashed, okay? So hopefully that won't happen for you anymore now, okay? Please study the details on that video. Make sure you've got the arm bar set up well first. This depends on you having a good grip on your hip, a good pinch of that elbow to your belly, a good pinch of the thighs together on the arm, okay? Feet flexed, heels pinching tight to the butt. This all depends on all of that being set up really well, okay? It has to be a constant lock here with everything, if you're doing that well, then it doesn't matter how many times the guy hits his knees. If you're following the details in this video, you'll be able to flip him back over again, okay? And then you'll realize that the guy's not escaping your armbar. You've probably been giving up on perfectly good arm bars, okay? So get it all locked in, get comfortable. Doesn't matter how many times he hits his knees, you keep flipping him over, okay? Keep getting him up into that belly up kill zone position there, okay? Next week, we're gonna work on all the details of how to free the guy's hands, okay? If you guys have been liking the content, please like and subscribe, okay? And keep showing up every week for some new techniques. We'll